Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dawn, giving them all dressed like $1 million, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh, yeah. Everybody out there listening to me, put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey. Oh, listen, Steve Harvey. Why don't you join in? Yeah. Steve Harvey. Get them on, y'all. Better get me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, join in with me. Come with me, help me say. Turn your radio on. You gotta. Turn it on. Yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. So y'all can hear me on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Turn them up, got to turn them up. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them up. Steve Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on, do your thing, Big Daddy.
I said, I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey got a radio show. I feel it's necessary to explain what I say in the morning because somebody asked me, what do you mean by that when you say that in the morning? When I say, it's in response to David Hollister opening the song by saying, go ahead, Big Daddy, go ahead. I said, I sure will. Then I say, good morning, everybody, because I was raised that way. You're supposed to speak when you come in the room. I'm coming in y'all's room, whether it's your bedroom, the room in your house, your car, your office, wherever you're at. I come in the room, I got to speak, so I say, good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice, and then I got to introduce myself, because as a performer, I always felt my best when I was introduced. Why would you walk out on stage and anybody introduce you? You can't get a round of applause. It's horrible. So I say, you are listening to The Voice. One and only Steve Harvey. Come on, dig me now. Now that's old school, I got that, but once again, dig me now is I want you to feel what I'm about to say. That's all I'm saying. That's not a bragging thing, You are listening to The Voice, one and only Steve Harvey. Come on, dig me now. I'm just asking you to feel what I'm saying in the morning because it's part of a promise that I made to God. See, a long time ago, I told God if he allowed me to make it, that when I got there, I would tell everybody I know how I did it. And I wasn't going to shortcut it or shade him on it. I said, if you allow me to make it, if you give me the strength, the courage, the wisdom, you gave me a gift. If you let me apply it, don't destroy myself in the process. Forgive me for my sins along the way. Continue to hold and rock me when I need it. When I make it, I promise you, Lord, when I get there, I will tell everybody how I made it. Well, this started back in L.A. when I got on the radio. And I was making it okay. I was doing okay. But I had to keep my promise to God. My promise was, if you allow me to make it, I'll tell everybody how I got there. I have to tell you that every day, because if it was not for that grace and mercy, I wouldn't even be here able to fulfill my promise, because I've done enough dirt in my life, man, to not be worthy. He could have easily walked away from me a long time ago, because I had walked away from him. See, and I didn't walk away from him once. I walked away from him a bunch of times. But guess what? He forgave me a bunch of times. He let me back a bunch of times. He gave me a second chance a bunch of times. I'm a living example of hundreds of chances. I'm telling you, man, hundreds of chances he's given me to get it right. His forgiveness and his mercy is available for everybody. It's the only reason I get on this show every day. It's the only reason I have the blessings that's coming my way. It's the only way that the things that keep happening in my life, man, that I have no explanation for, is because of his grace and mercy. See, anytime something good happens in my life and I can't explain it, that's usually him. He's exhibiting to me, I love you, man. He exhibits to me, remember, I'm a forgiving God, man. Remember. So when you fall, Steve, don't lay down there. Don't you lay down there. Don't you let the devil fool you that because you done made some mistakes that you can't do it. Because everybody gonna make them. There's none perfect, no, not one. So get up, keep moving, keep pushing, step on. What you laying there for? Your daddy didn't raise you that way. Look, man, my father was just about manhood. I'm going to just tell you. My daddy never had a conversation with me about church. He beat me for not going, but, a couple times. But he wasn't about that. Wasn't his message. That was my mama's job. My mama taught me about being saved, about loving the Lord, about giving your life, about the teachings of Jesus Christ. My mama was a Sunday school teacher. So I got all of that from her. My old man ain't had none of that for me. My old man talked to me about one thing all day long, hard-working manhood. And well, you're going to get that if you don't get nothing else from me. He gave that to me, so I got it. See, so my father, you say, excuse my language, but you ain't going to sit there like no little punk up in here. That ain't what you finna do. You finna get up and go do what you supposed to do. Now stop all that whining like some little punk and go and get to moving. That's how my father talked to me. Now I'm just telling you real. It worked for me, though. And before you start emailing me, that had nothing to do with homosexuality at all. It's just that was his term for a man not acting like a man. That's all it was. It was not a gay reference at all. I want you to understand that before you start emailing me. So my daddy wasn't calling. That was not a sexual reference for him. My father talked to us. That's what he meant. I knew exactly what he meant. He couldn't have meant nothing else. He ain't even know nothing about that. My old man clueless when it come to that right there. So when I was getting down and feeling bad about myself, my old man, he taught me this toughness, man. He gave me this grit, this doggedness, this go to work and work hard. That's why today when God does bless me with something, he ain't got to worry about me not working hard, because that's in me. And when I get tired, I ask that same God for strength to keep on doing so I can do the blessings he got for me. So when you ask me, how you going to do all this, Steve Harvey? I don't know. I ain't got to figure that out. All I got to do is show up with the same amount of faith I've been showing up with. God handle the rest of it. See, y'all, hey man, let me tell you something. I don't see how you do it. I don't either. Can I give you, hey man, news flash. Let me hear, I don't see how you doing all that, Steve. You doing this, you doing that, you that. Can I tell you something? I don't either. I just wake up with the faith, man, and trusting that if he gonna bless me with it, he must be gonna show me a way how to get it done. See, I ain't tripping on that part. See, once you take yourself out the how-to business, you can go on and get with it. But see, if you're going to trip yourself out with the how-to, you can't think like God can think. You can't figure like God can figure. So now you sitting up in here going, Lord, I want this to happen for me. Then I don't know how I'm going to do all that. Well, guess what? You in the way now. See, you in the way. Because, see, God ain't asked you to figure out how to. He said, ask and believe. Then he said, faith without works is dead. That's my solution. That's the concoction that I'm functioning on. See, I ask. Then I just believe that he gonna give it to me. Then I know once I believe that, faith without works is dead. That's the concoction. Now, I put all that into play, so when God started dumping these blessings on me and I don't see how I got them and you don't see how you got them and you write about me, you don't know how I'm going to do all this. I'll tell you something. I don't know either. I ain't got to, though. All I got to do is accept the blessing, keep the faith, be willing to work and believe. God can do anything but fail. Why would God bring me this far to leave me? Why would he bring you this far to leave you? Quit tripping yourself out trying to think of the way you can make it happen. Get out the way and let God show you how it can happen, and you can have something. So why I get up every morning? I have no choice. I got to get up in here and rest. When I'm running late, man, I try to plow through here. Sometimes I don't make it, man. I got to do a rerun, but I plow through here. Because, man, Steve, you're going to run out of something to say. No, I'm going to just keep thanking him. Now, you can't run out of that, can you? Because you owe him that. Matter of fact, when I get through talking, I really ain't thanked him enough.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, everybody, it is Monday. The Steve Harvey Morning Show is about to blast off, baby. This your boy, James and Ron. We ain't blasting off alone. Shirley, are you blasting off?
I got my moon suit right here, Jay. What's happening? And matching heels. Thank you very much.
How about you, Carla Farrell? What's up?
What's happening, Jay? Let's go. Take off. 5, 4.
And the king of all pranks, of course, he's blasting off. Tommy.
I'm up in the building. I'm that daredevil. What's that man back in the day?
Evil Knievel.
Evil Knievel. But the other one that wasn't good. But it was funny as all get out.
Yeah. The Dave, something.
Super Dave.
Super Dave, yes. Super Dave from Letterman, right?
Yeah. I'm in the cannon. Just shoot me straight out.
What's happening, everybody?
What's happening? It's Monday, baby.
Mm-hmm. Monty.
Okay, something
Man,
you guys.
I am so sick of these 20-minute weekends. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, it's like
it feel like 20 to you?
20 minutes,
We were just right here, right, Jay? We were just right here.
On Friday.
Yeah. All right, let me tell you what today is, guys. You guys can have some fun with this, or maybe not. Today is National Funeral Director Day, and today is National Mortician Recognition Day.
Wow.
Right.
You know they have
they got a day.
You know they have a big
Everybody
convention
else got a day,
each year.
Tommy.
Oh, do they? The mortician?
They have a huge convention and all of, like in different places. Mm-hmm. And I was asked to go down and perform. And I'm like, nah, I'm gonna skip that one out.
What?
This is a dead subject.
They don't have a sense of humor like the IRS?
Yeah, but it's dead.
Yeah, it's a dead subject. I don't know why we talking about this.
I went to school with a girl who her family, long tradition, they were morticians.
I have a friend of mine. She owns like 2 of them in Florida. But I can't.
She always wore the wrong
2
makeup,
what?
and she
Funeral
always
homes?
looked dead.
She has 2 funeral homes, right? Yeah, the whole family. Yeah.
Well, I grew up down the street from a whole family. That's what they did. They were morticians. So I know the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
In Columbia, it was the
yeah.
Levy's. Levy's had all the funeral homes, and they have a sense of humor because they send you a birthday card. I'm like, man, stop sending me birthday cards, okay? Just stop it.
Well, what do you mean?
Like
we
we could be having a cookout, everybody having a good time, and then this guy's pager will go off, and he got to go pick up a body. I was like, wow, you gonna get a body right now?
Yeah, they got to go get it. Man.
They got to go. They got to go immediately.
Wow.
But they got the best rule, though, Tommy. The rule is whoever give us the money, that's who we listen to.
That's it.
That's it.
That's
it.
What is it about older people who love looking at going to wakes and
I don't get
funerals
that.
and stuff? Like my aunt, she didn't even have to know the person, but she was going to the funeral and she had to see the body.
And they all say the same
was
thing.
gonna have a closed casket. She was not interested.
They all get there and stand right there and look just like himself.
Yeah, he looks so rested.
He looks so rested.
He looks so rested because he's dead.
They sure got Danny looking good, don't they?
They went all out on that one.
I don't know what that is, but we want to say happy National Funeral Director and Mortician Recognition Day today, all right? We'll be back right after
We're
this.
killing it, y'all.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, happy Monday. We got to find out from the crew, how was everybody's weekend? Here in LA, it was a little cool this weekend.
It's cold, period.
Yeah,
it's
for LA,
like
yeah.
You don't think you're living in LA. You don't.
I love this weather, though. I got to tell you. Because it's not like cold like, say, a Chicago or someplace like that. No, it's not like that.
It's like take your butt back in the house and get a jacket.
And get a jacket. This is
Look,
jacket
you
weather.
need a sweater.
Exactly,
You
Jay.
need a sweater.
Yeah, sweater
you need to
weather.
get
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How?
I stayed at the house. I stayed at my apartment all weekend.
Oh.
You stayed inside?
Yeah, because I'm de-herbing.
You're on the
Oh,
cleanse,
you de-herbing.
baby.
Oh,
wow.
That's right.
I'm
You're
on the cleanse, so
You're cleansing,
you
huh?
know.
Yeah.
So AD Dolphin, if you're listening, I'm getting clean, baby. I'm getting
All
clean.
right, all right.
How you feel?
What'd you do, Shirley?
Good.
Well, you know, my girlfriend Tracy, her mom, we honored her. It was her 75th birthday, and I told you the theme was pretty as a peacock. So everybody had these beautiful blue colors and turquoises, and
Look at y'all.
yeah, it was really pretty. It was really a nice affair, and everybody
That's
just said
nice.
such glowing things about her. I mean, 75, that's a milestone.
Nice
yeah,
milestone.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
like everybody's mom. Everybody loves Miss Brenda.
All right.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Miss Brenda.
Happy belated, Miss Brenda.
Yeah.
I went to see the #1 white woman in America, Captain Marvel. What? Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
How was it?
It was great. I have one complaint.
What's that?
I do. And don't take this the wrong way. Captain Marvel ain't got no butt. I don't, none at all. I mean,
Well, what you want, partner?
I want butt. I mean, when Iron Man has more butts, there's a problem. You know what I mean?
Carla, what did you do? I know you did something with the baby.
Because that's what he missing.
No.
It was a good movie. I loved it.
Oh, good. Okay. That means I won't be going to see it.
That's right. Whenever I
everything-
say I like it, you don't go.
What'd you do, Carla?
All right, girls. Saturday, well, my daughter's on spring break. But over the weekend, my best friend, her granddaughter's birthday party, 4 years old, we all played spades, barbecue. We had a good time, and it was some trash talking going on, Tommy,
Man. I
That's
wish
my
I
favorite.
with
knew.
Get
us
down.
playing spades.
I
Yes.
don't know how to play that game. I wish I knew.
You don't know how to play spades?
No, not
Turn
at
in
all.
your black
man.
card.
But Jay, you know, I'm the same way, Jay. I know how to play, but I have such a short attention span, and my partner would be mad at me.
Because
So
I got
Oh,
the
no, you
trash
be in
talking
trouble.
part down.
I
just
love
don't know how
that.
to play.
I love it. I
Yes.
just like to sit near someone who's going to be doing the trash talking.
Oh, I see
That
it.
would
now.
be I.
And I love it. I love that. But yeah, I have a short attention span. I'll forget what I put down and forget what's in my hand. I don't care that much. I'm not.
You don't be
into it that
paying
much.
attention, huh?
Not at all.
Yeah.
You know my attention span is short. Like a 3-year-old.
Yeah, so we had a good time. We were playing
That's
cards.
good.
I love spades and bid whist. And then we went to the carnival, hung out. Let's see, Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. Big carnival. I'm exhausted. It is just day 2
Wow.
of spring break.
Did you get turkey leg?
Yes, smoked turkey leg and a funnel cake.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Now, let me
Yeah.
say this. I was naked part of my weekend.
Oh, wait
In the
a minute.
house?
You know,
Back it up, nephew.
I'm just saying I was naked, by myself, I just want to throw that out there. I was naked.
Why does everything that comes out of his mouth have to do with being naked?
Being
Why
naked.
is that?
It's freedom.
That's what he likes.
It's called freedom.
Team Tommy.
I mean, I really would. I think we should have like a naked holiday where
Yeah.
everybody.
Now, Tommy, are you naked with all your windows open and blinds open so
Yeah,
they
why
can
not?
see?
Why not? Why-
I'm with you.
I'm
I
not
believe it.
hiding myself.
Yes.
Excuse
yes.
me?
I'm not hiding me.
No. If you walk by my house, you'll see a large naked black man. So don't look this way. Just don't.
And it's okay with you because it's your house?
It's my house, and it's not against the law.
And if you don't want to see it, just don't look.
Quit looking in my window.
Oh, my God.
if you walk by my house, just don't look that way, because I'm gonna be naked.
Okay. I don't really know what to say after that.
I just
You
tell
know,
you,
too
Shirley,
much
the joggers go
information
by
on
real
Monday.
fast. How about that? They go by real
Yeah.
fast.
Y'all don't have y'all windows open, Carl and Shirley?
No.
No. honey.
No.
Ah.
No. We have PJs.
I mean, I do,
Y'all
but I
ain't,
don't.
y'all ain't live yet.
I mean, my windows are open, but I'm fully clothed. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, I'll tell you this story though. Check this out. So the yard man was in the backyard
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay, here it comes.
mowing the grass or whatever. And so, you know how you take a shower or whatever, and I forgot my undergarments.
You was naked.
So wait, I grabbed the towel, and then I ran, and the man just stopped mowing the grass.
Yeah.
I was like, ah!
That's crazy, right?
So I was like, oh my goodness. I called Tosh. I said, I think the yard man saw me. He was like,
The yard man said,
He'll be all right.
the yard man said, you don't have to pay me today. I'm good.
That reminds me, Carla, of the time. This is crazy. My mom was still alive during this time, and Sheridan, my daughter was with her, so I had told Sheridan that I had changed my hair. It was before I colored it this color. Anyway, it was different. She was like, "Oh, Mommy, send me a picture." So I was in the bathroom, so I took a picture of what I thought was, my face, my hair, and everything, and I sent it to Sheridan, my mom. So Sheridan texted me back. It was like, OMG, Mom, how could you? And I was like, what? And she was like, why did you send this picture? I said, well, you wanted a picture of me, to see my hair and everything. And she was like, but naked, Mommy?
That mirror.
Yeah, I had taken a picture in the mirror. Not, how when you take a picture, you can see everything,
Yes.
So I had taken a picture, sent a naked picture of myself to my mom and to my child, traumatized my child. But yeah, crazy,
That'll hurt
right?
your retina.
Crazy.
Your mama don't want to be seeing this. Your baby don't want to be seeing it.
No,
She
nobody,
was like,
yeah.
she was like, really, Mom? Really? Stop.
And you didn't even know you sent it.
I didn't even know. I was like, what are you talking about? And then
We're not ready for technology, I'm telling you.
I looked at the picture again. You could just see everything. Oh, God. Anyway, sorry about that. All right, listen. Happy Monday, everybody. Coming up next, church complaints. Church complaints. It's Monday, so you know how we do it on Monday. With Deacon Def Jam. Oh, and Reverend Adnoid today with some church
Today,
announcements
yes, he
as
is,
well.
yes.
All right, complaints and announcements coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, guys, in entertainment news, congratulations to J-Lo and A-Rod. They got engaged.
Go ahead.
Finally, I'm so happy for them.
What is 4 and 2?
Huh? Jay.
4 and 2, right?
Jay.
You keep
Right.
a score.
I'm just
Yeah.
keeping, you gotta keep score. It's-
Anyway, Jussie Smollett has been indicted by the grand jury. Yeah.
16 counts, I think.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
major. Yeah, this is crazy. 16. R. Kelly pays child support. He's released from jail right now.
Kelly out again?
It is Monday. We'll talk about it coming up.
Kelly out?
It is Monday. Time for church complaints. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Perfect.
Deacon Def Jam, Reverend Adnoid. Oh boy.
First of all, welcome to the JPJJ. This is the jackpot joint of Jerusalem. Ching, ching. Hallelujah. There it is. There it is.
Tithes and offerings.
Hallelujah. And I will be giving you some church complaints this morning, but joining us, who we want to give him a well introduction, is the one and only Reverend Adnoid.
From time to time, I'm here. Good morning, everybody. It is not nice to start a morning without saying good morning, everybody. Good morning, Shirley.
Well, good morning, Reverend Adnoid. I was
Good
just
morning,
going to
Colin.
say, did you need a moment to blow your nose or something?
No, I'm clear. This is a really good day. This is the best day I've had in a long day.
You sound-
a long
you-
time
you
for
sound
breathing.
stopped
Yeah,
up,
I'm clear.
Adnoid.
You're very congested.
No, I am
It's good, Adnoid. You're having a good day. Good morning to you. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning to you. Go right ahead, sir. Go right ahead.
Yeah. All right. If you can nasal through this,
Yeah,
we'll
that's
try to
clear.
work it out. We have an issue that has taken place. Adnoid,
Yes?
is it possible for you to hold your breath while I read these complaints?
I wish I could.
All
I really
right.
wish I could.
But let me talk a little louder.
A mouth breathing. You know how that goes.
You struggling, Adnoid?
I'm struggling today.
Come on,
right?
Deacon.
Go
There
right
will
ahead,
not
Deacon.
be any, no one will be baptized the rest of the month. We had an issue this past Sunday. The baptismal pool is dirty. We baptized Brother Reeves Jernigan. Y'all gonna have to start taking baths before you come to get baptized.
Yes.
There is a ring around the whole thing, and we're gonna have to. clean that out, and the members are saying they want Revis to come out here and clean it out.
Last one in, wrench it out. I like that. I like that.
It needs bleach now. It's bad.
The last one in should wrench that out.
So we will start this in April of getting people back baptized.
Yes.
So if you're on the list, it won't happen in March.
I like that. I have one. Here we
Go ahead.
The pastors complaining that people are not shouting enough, when they get baptized. They're not really putting their all into it.
Uh-huh.
So he decided to go with straight cold ice water. That'll do it. That'll do it, boy.
Straight cold ice water.
That'll bring their butts up out of there.
All right, then.
Okay.
There'll be some hallelujahs now.
When I shout, you shout.
Just like that.
Just like that. Let's see here. The wheelchair praise dance team, better known as the Holy Rollers, are demanding that we put speed bumps in the aisle so they don't roll too far. Last time Sister Jackson rolled out the front door doing their routine.
I hate this church.
They are wanting to put speed bumps in the middle aisle so they can
slow your roll.
And slow your roll.
Slow your roll.
Hate this church.
Go right ahead, Ed. All right.
The people who think all their fat kids have talent will meet in meeting room 5.
Come on, 5. Come on, meeting room.
And they don't. They don't at all.
They don't have talent.
None at all. He can't dance. He can't sing. He can't shout. He can't preach. He can't play the guitar. He can't play the drums and tambourine. He can't pass out flyers. He can't do a damn thing. He ain't got no talent.
You can't pass out flyers?
Anybody can pass out flies.
Not these kids.
Oh, my God.
Go right ahead.
We got an issue here at Adnoid. They are really holding strong on trying to get some changes here. The hemorrhoid members are asking that they have their own pew with thicker cushion and a cooling gel built in. I don't know if we can accommodate them or not. But
I like that. Okay, all right. To save money on communion, the pastor has decided to get one bottle of wine, take a sip, pass it down. Take a sip, pass it down.
Sip and pass. Sip and pass.
Sip and pass.
Is that sanitary? Is that sanitary?
That's all right.
Well, you can wipe the bottle off if you want to, if you that type of person.
Now, we got an issue here with old school and new school. The seasoned saints are asking that we put the air on 88. But the young ministry wants it on 67. So we're going to have to decide how we're going to do this.
Yeah.
But the older people want it on 88.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
we're going to have to make a decision.
That's great. I like that. Yeah, we got to set the heat for everybody so everybody will be comfortable in the
That's
church.
right.
Yes. All right, all are asked to stay after service to be entertained by the Whisker Sisters. Now, that's not their name. That's what they got. Whiskers, okay? That is not their name. That's what they have. Whiskers. And you especially want to pay close attention to the lead singer with mutton chops. Man, she can sing.
Mutton chops.
Those are those thick sideburns.
All right, Adnoid. We got a few things in the lost and found box that's at the church, and it's been in there too long. So listen to what we have, and if these people don't pick their things up, they will be sold at the next yard sale. All right.
Wow.
There is a wooden leg in there with a tattoo on it that says "Walk by Faith." We need you to come get your leg if you're gonna come get it now. Also, Adnoid, there is a urn in there. It's been in there for over 10 months. Somebody needs to come get their loved one. It has been in the lost and found box that long. Please get your family member.
Come and get that, please.
Yes. There are 16 wigs in that box. But 12 of those are man wigs. 12 of those are man wigs. All right. And what else did I think that's about all that's in there as of right now.
Please go down there and claim that if it's yours.
But that leg, I know somebody has to be missing their leg.
Yeah, with the tattoo "Walk by Faith" on it.
Walk by
Walk
faith.
by faith. And we need you to get down there. Hop to it. We need to get you.
Have to get your wobble on. Take us out there, man.
All right, there will be a shouting competition right after church if you'd like to participate. $50 to the best shouter. I'm telling you. Get your shout on.
Get your shout on. Crazy.
That you're moved in the spirit to shout.
But $50 ought to move you, though.
competition.
$50 is a
$50
good
will do
spirit.
it.
All right, listen. Coming up at the top of the hour, we've got entertainment news for you right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, in entertainment news, J-Lo and A-Rod are engaged.
Made in Manhattan, baby.
This makes me so happy because they're so happy. They've dated a little more than 2 years now. They announced it on Instagram with simultaneous posts Saturday night. They each shared a picture of A-Rod holding her hand while showing off, I mean, the size
How
of
big
this
is it?
rock.
Let me pull it
I
up.
think it's like 15 carats.
Yeah,
15.
it's huge.
Yes,
It's
it's
beautiful.
huge.
It's
Ain't love
huge.
grand.
Yeah. And yes. Oh, excuse me. Jay.
I said ain't love grand.
Yeah,
when
it
it's
is.
somebody else.
Bitter
But
man.
yeah, happy for them though. They seem so equally matched, and
They
I
do.
love them.
Yeah.
Jennifer captioned hers with heart emojis.
Wow.
Alex captioned his.
Wow.
I'm looking
He
at this
said
ring.
Yes. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
15
Isn't
carats,
that
I
ring
think.
beautiful? Let me see it
Pretty big.
again.
What that cost?
I don't know.
That's
Oh,
that
$1 million. It
A-Rod
was $1
money.
million
It was $1
dollar
million
ring. It
dollars?
was $1 million.
Oh, yeah, you're going to love me.
Yeah.
You're going to love me. I mean that.
Yeah, with a ring like this, you're right.
Yeah, and
I
I'm
would.
telling you, you're right, Tommy. What you gonna
But they do seem like they support each other, like you said, Shirley. He's always there for her.
He's her biggest
Yes.
fan.
Yes.
Yeah, she's there for them. They have a blended family.
Yeah, and they look
seems a
so
good
happy.
thing.
They look
do.
genuinely happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And, hey, they say you have to kiss a lot of frogs to find your prince. So there you go.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Moving on.
We're happy for them.
Be happy for
Jay.
him, Jay.
Bitter man.
I can't do it. I'm trying.
Hater.
Jay, do
on
you
love.
know if this happened to you, do you know how happy we would be for you?
Did your mic go out?
No, it did not. You heard what I said.
Is
We would
Shirley's
be
mic?
so-
Is she there? Is Shirley's mic go out?
Hello, Shirley. All right, in other entertainment news, whatever, Jay. Jussie Smollett has been indicted. He was indicted this past Friday by a grand jury, 16 felony counts of filing a false police report after reportedly faking a hate crime in January. This is crazy right here. The indictment means that the Chicago police presented enough evidence to the grand jury to send Jussie Smollett to trial for the 16 charges. Jussie will be arraigned this Friday, March 14th, to formally hear his charges and to enter his plea of guilty or not guilty. Wow.
They overcharged
Yeah.
him, though, Shirley. They overcharged
For
him.
those 16 counts, you think they're...
Yeah, that way he'll plead out, and then it's just
Yeah.
it's a big mess. Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah,
it
he'll-
a kind of overkill?
He'll probably...
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's
Well,
overcharging.
he
him.
broke the
Yeah.
law.
Yeah.
so-
Well, I'm not against that part.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
he broke the
allegedly,
law,
yeah.
So that's what the whole trial is for.
Yeah.
Is he still on the show, y'all?
Well, I don't
Well,
think
this
they
week the
formally
show
fired him.
returns.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think they wrote his character out for the last remaining
2.
episodes of the
Oh,
season.
That's
I
off
believe.
the show.
Yeah.
That
And,
would-
well, he's still
For the
on the
season, I
show.
said.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
for this season, he's still on.
It's
Yeah.
such a dumb thing to do. I mean,
No, for this season, I don't think he's on. I think he's still on the show. I think they
Yeah.
wrote him off for the remaining.
For the remaining 2
I think so.
episodes. Yeah.
Mhm. Yes.
But yeah, we haven't heard anything about him being fired officially off of Empire.
The show.
Yeah.
finally.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He's still Jamal Lyons right now.
Oh, he's lying, all right.
Yeah. And this is really sad news, guys. This is really, really sad news. George Foreman, his daughter, Frida, who followed in her dad's footsteps, if you recall, and became a professional boxer in her own right. She passed away. Her body was found in her home near Houston by a family member. Cops are awaiting a report from the coroner's office on the
That's
cause
sad.
of death. Yeah, she was
That's
42.
very sad.
And our thoughts and
Wow.
prayers are with George Foreman and his family. Yeah.
Wow.
And coming up now, Miss Ann.
All right, everybody, it is time for Miss Ann Tripp.
Thank you very much, everybody, and good morning. This is Ann Tripp with the news on this Monday morning. The U.S. State Department's working with the Ethiopian government to identify the 8 Americans killed in a plane crash yesterday morning, only moments after taking off from Addis Ababa. All 157 people aboard were killed. And the Boeing 737 MAX 8 aircraft was brand new, and it was the same model of the jet that crashed off the coast of Indonesia back in October. So now Ethiopia and Indonesia have grounded all of their 737 MAX 8s. Senate Minority Leader Charles Schumer says somebody here needs to look into something.
I think there has to be a thorough investigation by the FAA and the NTSB as to whether these planes are safe, because there are just too many coincidences.
The passengers aboard the doomed Nairobi-bound flight included people from 35 different nations. A woman was injured at Arizona's World Wildlife Zoo over the weekend when she stepped over a barrier to take a selfie with a jaguar. The woman suffered lacerations when the big cat reached through a fence to grab her. The zoo says the jaguar was never outside its pen, and the woman is now apologizing for what she did. She says she knows that what she did was kind of stupid and dumb. R. Kelly is free again. The scandalized singer and composer was sprung on Saturday by a mystery donor. Cook County sheriffs were keeping R. Kelly locked up until he came up with over $160,000 in back child support. This was the second time that Kelly was jailed. He didn't have the cash the first time. He was bailed out by somebody else. And then, of course, this time, yes, he is bailed out by a mystery donor this time. This second bail donor wishes to remain anonymous, as I said. Meanwhile, the Pennsylvania man, get this, says he found a tape showing R. Kelly sexually abusing some young girls. Gary Dennis claims he was going through a box of his VHS sports tapes when he saw one marked R. Kelly and looked at it. Dennis says he believes it shows the singer abusing 2 young African-American girls, says he has no idea how he got the tape. The tape's been turned over to federal prosecutors in Brooklyn. R. Kelly's attorney says Kelly denies that it's him, but that the larger question is, what are these people doing with possession of what they obviously believe is child porn? And what authorities going to do about that? Empire star Jussie Smollett, yes, has been indicted on 16 felony counts by a grand jury in Chicago for allegedly staging a phony racist and homophobic attack against himself. According to Cook County State Attorney General's office, the 36-year-old actor charged with allegedly filing false police reports and lying to the cops. At the box office this weekend, it was Captain Marvel.
So you're not from around here?
It's hard to explain.
Captain Marvel did $153 million. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Okay, so 3 days after he was jailed for failing to pay child support, R. Kelly has been released from a Chicago jail. That happened on Saturday. Cook County Sheriff's officials said a person who has asked to remain anonymous paid the $161,000 to secure Kelly's release. So
wow.
he may not have the money, but he has friends
He got
that
some
have
nice
money.
friends.
Yeah.
Yes, he does, Tommy. You
Real nice friends. I'd have still been sitting in there. I couldn't call a friend.
And you had to pay the entire amount.
Right, the whole
not like
160
10%, like if it was, on bail or something, a bond. Yeah. They had to pay the entire $161,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Of back child support.
Back child support.
Yeah.
Yep. This is really
That's sad.
something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And R. Kelly's explosive interview with Gayle King of CBS this morning, he said he only had $350,000 left in his bank account, and people had been stealing his money, if you recall. There's more trouble for R. Kelly. On yesterday, a high-profile attorney, you know her, she stands up for women everywhere, Gloria Allred, has given authorities a video that allegedly shows R. Kelly, quote, sexually abusing children.
Really?
Yeah.
They got a video on this.
Allred claims
Another
this is not the same video that led to the indictment of Kelly for allegedly abusing 4 minors between 1998 and 2010. According to attorney Allred, her client, Gary Dennis, discovered the video in a box of old VHS tapes and was horrified by what was on the tape. Kelly's attorney, Steve Greenberg, quote, denies that he is on any tape with underage girls.
Yeah, we're going to see. It's going to come out.
Another tape.
It's going to come out.
Yeah.
But how about Gail, how cool she was during the whole thing?
Yeah.
Man? I mean, she really was, man.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a professional.
She
Yeah.
was, I mean,
She was very
yeah,
professional.
she was my shero during this
Even when he
interview.
popped up
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah.
real aggressive, she
didn't
stayed
move
calm
at
the
all.
whole
Yeah,
time.
but she said that after the fact. She said that she never felt fear. She was never afraid, and she just wanted him to calm back down. And
But in her mind, she was going, if you don't sit your...
yeah, yeah, Robert, yeah.
And Michael Avenatti is saying there's more.
There's
tapes.
more. And
He has
that's-
more tapes.
And you're
Can you
right.
believe this?
I think the response was that he liked to watch them after the fact. That was like,
That's just sick.
yeah, porn
That's
for
sick.
him. Yeah, it really, really is. It really, really is.
So he's not owning up to any of this stuff, right?
No, everybody's
Not yet.
lying on him. That's what he said. Everyone is lying on him.
You saw the
They're,
interview?
they're killing
You saw
me.
it?
You're trying to kill me. Yeah, he said that. Yeah. Oh boy. Hopefully this is the end of the tapes. Anyway, coming up at 34 after the hour, Jay is here. He's going to murder another hit.
I got a fresh one.
Do you, Jay? These are always, well, worth waiting for. You don't want to miss it. We'll be back at 34 after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Jay is here to murder another hit. Tell us about
Come on,
it, Jay.
Jay.
This is a fresh one. This is dedicated to 3 people. See if you can see who I'm singing about and see if you understand what I'm saying. 3 liars. Check it out. Hit it. Yeah.
It's been signed by other press.
Liars.
Out loud, y'all.
Liars.
Fire.
Yes.
I love it, Jay.
Liars.
That was good, Jay. That was good.
All you gotta do is watch
Liars.
television.
Who's it about again? Jeez.
It might hit you on the way home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just watch
Wow.
television. They lying. But you know, the president doesn't even care. He just spits them out there, man. He could care less.
He just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
just
just
do
do
it.
it.
He just wants to win. That's all he cares about. Yeah.
He's inspiration to all liars, man. That's how you do it. Just lie. Just don't even worry about it.
And if you get caught, if somebody questions
Just
you,
lie again,
double
right.
down. They call it doubling down on that lie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make your lie strong.
Sometimes I feel
Yeah.
funny when even as an adult, when I say the word lie. But go ahead.
You don't like to say lie?
That's the way we was raised.
Tell
That's
a
my
story?
issue. Yeah, that's my issue. Because
What do you say, tell a story?
Well, when I
Yeah,
was a
we used to say
kid,
that,
yeah.
too.
Now we can say lie, but it still feels
Oh, yeah, when you were
weird.
small, you couldn't say lie at
Yeah.
all.
You couldn't
No.
call nobody a lie.
No.
No, you couldn't.
No.
You couldn't say stupid. You
Yeah.
couldn't say fool.
No, you could not.
Oh.
And I don't know why the word monk was upset my mom, but we couldn't say it like monking with. I don't know what that meant to her. But
Oh,
we
if we
couldn't say it.
said, "Oh, shoot,"
Yeah.
if you say shoot too hard, what?
That was too close.
You almost
That was
cussed.
too close.
Watch yourself there.
Okay, now.
Watch yourself.
Okay.
And watch how you let the word what come out your mouth.
Okay. You're going to
What?
find yourself getting up off the ground. That's what
Yeah. Whew.
So tomorrow night,
We
baby,
back.
it's the J Spot Comedy Club, Taco Tuesday. My guest this week will be Michael Kaya. Next week, Pierre, the J Spot
Pierre.
Oh, wow.
5581
like
West
Pierre.
Manchester Avenue.
All right, coming up next, it is the nephew with today's prank phone call. That's coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, coming up at the top of the hour, right about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. Subject, it's my house and I'll smoke if I want to.
Okay.
But right now, it is the nephew here with today's prank phone call. What you got, Neff?
Butt cheeks.
So
What?
crazy.
That's the name of the prank. Butt cheeks.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach Carmen, Miss Carmen.
This is Nate. My ass was calling.
I'm the principal at the high school where your daughter goes. This is Mr. Porter. Porter, how are you doing today?
I'm fine. Is everything good?
Yeah. Everything is fine. Now your daughter is 10th grade, Crystal, right?
Correct.
Okay. I want to make sure we got so many kids with the same names. I wanted to make sure I had the right person. So here's the issue. You say your name was Nate?
Yeah.
Okay. Nate, the problem we're having here at the school is, I don't know if you are aware of it, but when your wife drops Crystal off at school, we've got the parents as well as some of the teachers. They're complaining about what she's wearing. What your wife is
wearing?
Yeah, what she's wearing when she drops the kids off. Evidently, her clothes are very skimpy, and her butt cheeks are out. You know, I don't know if I haven't actually seen her, but I've been getting these reports from. We've been getting.
That's a little strange to me. I'm typically at work. I mean, I don't know what she's wearing. I'm gonna have to talk to her later on today.
Okay. Well, what I was gonna suggest is, I thought I was calling her phone. I didn't know I was gonna get you. But what I wanted to do is get her to come up here so I can see what she's wearing. You know?
Oh no! I think I got this handled, dude. I can take care of it.
Well, I think it's gonna be better for both of us. Like if I was to able to see her, and let her
look, player. Look. I got it. My daughter. This is not even really concerning my daughter. This is this is above that pay grade. Let me handle it. So, my daughter going to the principal's office is one thing. I'll be on top of that, but I'm definitely gonna be on top of this. So like I said, I think I got this handled.
Right. Now your wife Carmen, is she there?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any way I can talk to her?
No, like I told you, I think I got this one. I can take care of this. My thing is, I've already told you that 3 times. I don't know where you're really going with this. I'm gonna talk to her and get the situation rectified as soon as I can.
Okay.
But you don't need to see her, or talk to her or nothing like that.
Being the principal here at the school, sir, and like I said, I'm just trying to, handle the school in an orderly fashion and make sure that all things are taken care of around here and we have no issues and no problems. So look,
player, you're not talking to my daughter. You're talking to me. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm telling you, when I tell you I got it handled, I got it handled.
I understand that, but I have to handle my school, though. You understand that? I have to handle the school.
I will drop my daughter off myself.
Okay, I understand that. Well, no.
Do I need to come up there and talk to you?
No, I need your wife to come talk to me. I need to see what she be wearing.
You don't need to talk to my wife. Look, player, do you have a wife?
I have a wife.
Your wife can come to my office.
Well, what are you talking about?
No, what are you talking about? That my wife needs to come and so you can inspect her outfit. I'm not playing that game, player. We're not doing that.
Okay, I need to see what your wife be wearing when she dropping these kids.
Give me your cell phone. I'll send you a picture.
Hey man, I think we must have gone down the wrong street with this conversation.
Yeah, no, we definitely down the wrong boulevard on this one, player.
Okay.
Let me just make it very clear to you. My wife, you seeing that in the office and all that, maybe we can come up there tomorrow. It's going to be me and her. No, she's not coming up to the principal's office. We don't need to do all that.
But we don't have a problem with you. We just need her. I just need to see.
No, you're going to have a problem with me if we keep going down this road right now.
Okay, so bro, so it's okay for her to have her butt cheeks out when she dropped the kids off, but as soon as I want to have her come out of office for a meeting about this situation.
Well, right now, you said you claiming her butt cheeks is out, her cheeks is out. Right now, you out of pocket.
Okay, no, it was out of pocket when she pulled up and got out the car, and her butt was out of pocket. That's when it was out of pocket. So what you can't do, Nate, is be mad at me about what your wife done put on and wore up here to the school.
Look, man, like I said, I'm gonna do what I gotta do on this end. Your end is to handle what's going on in your school.
Well, evidently you're not handling that end over there. So that's why I'm stepping up as the principal of the school, saying I need to have a meeting, a private meeting with your wife, so me and her and I can talk about what she's wearing.
Look, man, I done told you several times, her coming up there on her own is not gonna happen. So this is where we at right now. You know what? You. Not going to happen.
Say what? Say what you say?
You. What's going to happen tomorrow is I'm going to come up there, drop my daughter off, and come see you.
So you coming here tomorrow?
Absolutely.
Okay. So are you bringing Miss Carmen with you?
Don't worry about who's with me. I'm not a telephone tough guy, money. I'm coming up there to handle this right now because you out of pocket. Now, this is how it's going down. There will be no butt cheeks coming out tomorrow. What? It's just going to be a coming out the car on some real You understand? What's your name again?
My name, I'm Porter, the principal here.
All right. There'll be no butt cheeks tomorrow. You will see me coming out the car.
Okay. Well, there is another issue we got here on the table.
And what is that?
So Miss Carmen, has she told you about the conversation she's been having with Tommy?
Who the is Tommy?
So that once again, so your wife ain't telling you nothing. So she hasn't told you nothing about her talking to Tommy.
No, dude, I don't want to play games, man. Who's Tommy?
Okay, so okay. Do you know?
Land the plane, my man.
Okay, cool. Do you know who nephew Tommy is from the Steve Harvey Morning Show? Do you know him?
Yeah, I know who nephew. Yo, my man, he was about to catch a bad one tomorrow morning, dude.
Nate, you just got pranked by your wife, Carmen, baby.
Hey, at least he knows butt cheeks and all, I still love her.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh, man, I got to ask you something before we go, baby. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show.
And there it is.
Oh, my God.
And there it is.
Cheek to cheek, there it is.
And
What?
he straightened out. Right. Yeah. There's a problem, and he worked on it. Yeah. Speak on it, Tommy.
I got cussed out. You understand? But it's okay.
As you should have.
It's part of the job.
That was her husband.
Problem.
It's part of yes. Her husband went pretty much left on.
And as he should have.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh,
I'm
is
here
it?
for that. That's what pranking is. You understand? That's what pranking is.
That's what pranking do.
I would tell y'all I'm gonna be at Bethesda Blues and Jazz Supper Club. And ain't no more tickets. It's sold out. You understand?
Good.
That's what the nephew do, Shirley. And I will be telling jokes there. Thank you.
Because, we were going to ask you if it was sold out for blues and...
Okay. I'm
usually Team Tommy, but that is an interesting question.
I'm going to take
You feel me.
I'm going to take a picture with a saxophone in my hand just for y'all.
Is it sold out for the blues?
or a bass guitar. One of the
man,
other.
I didn't know he going to be up there telling jokes. I want to hear the blues.
That's funny. Well, congratulations on your sellout.
Thank you.
Love that. Yeah, that's cool. Really cool.
Washington, D.C. I ain't been there in a minute. Go have some fun.
All right. Well, good. Let us know how it goes.
I will.
Carla and I threatened to come, though. We don't.
Y'all ain't gonna do
Don't be surprised if you look out at the Blues and Jazz Club and we're sitting right up there.
Y'all talk a good game.
And then we just break out with dun
And you know what's gonna happen? Y'all gonna be sitting in the jazz section, and I'm gonna tell y'all in the wrong section.
All right, listen, thank you, nephew. That is crazy. Coming up next, the Strawberry Letter subject. It's my house, and I'll smoke if I want to.
It's my house.
We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if I am talking to you. If you need some advice on relationships, on dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to Steve Harvey FM and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now.
Let's go. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
All right, subject, it's my house, and I'll smoke if I want to.
Let me hear this.
Did that perk you up, Shay, for some reason?
Let me hear this.
All right, here we go. Dear Steve and Shirley, my wife and I have been married for 5 years, and we live in a 5-bedroom home. My parents recently moved to the city we live in to be closer to their grandchildren, our kids. My wife and I have allowed my parents to stay with us temporarily while they moved into their new home. Everything was going great until my mother started having an issue with my wife. My wife smokes weed often, and I don't have an issue with it, but I have asked her nicely not to smoke in front of my parents out of respect. I smoke weed occasionally with her, but I was raised to respect my elders, so I will go in the backyard or do it in the garage out of respect for my parents. My wife was raised differently, and she says that it's her house and she shouldn't have to hide anything just because we have guests. So now my mom is complaining daily, and I'm not sure how to handle this. What do I do when my wife smokes weed with her mom when we go visit her parents? Woo! This is impacting our marriage, but my wife doesn't get it. My parents are beginning to look uncomfortable in our house, and I hate that they don't feel like they can sit and watch TV with us because of the weed smell and smoke. I can't believe my wife is this disrespectful and would choose being high over being a decent daughter-in-law. Please help. All right, well, first of all, 100% I'm on your side. I get that it's your house. I understand that completely. And yes, as we were raised, it's your house and you should be able to do whatever you want to do in your own home. You pay the mortgage. I get all of that. But on the other hand, there is such a thing as respect. We were raised to respect our elders, and all of that. And if your parents are feeling disrespectful and uncomfortable, hopefully they will hurry up and get out of there, number one. If they're feeling uncomfortable, they're not going to want to stay much longer. But yeah, I think your wife is wrong in this instance, choosing being high and smoking in front of them over being a respectful daughter-in-law. A lot of people I'm sure will probably disagree with me because it is your house. But in this instance, I just think respect above all, should be the way to go here. I mean, what is it going to hurt for her to go out in the backyard with you to smoke a joint or something like that, or in the garage? What is that going to hurt? I mean, okay, now everybody knows you smoke weed and you can do it and it's legal and all of that in so many states and things. But come on, show a little decorum, show a little respect here, especially you have guests. And if your guests are uncomfortable, the whole thing about having guests is to make them feel comfortable, being hospitable. You haven't said one time in the letter that they're putting you out or they're taking over your home or they're being disrespectful to you in your home. So I think that your wife should take, should take your side on this and show a little more respect to her elders. Definitely. Tommy?
I have high hopes on this one. I really do. I have high hopes. The problem is I'm worried about your mom and your dad. All right? Because your mom and your dad is sitting there watching TV, and trust me, they done got high now with the contact. You got your mom and dad is high.
Yeah.
So when they go over to the house that they're getting ready to move into, the realtor's looking at them because they smell high. Their eyes red. Your mom and them is high. Okay? When they get to church on Sunday, they high. Mm-hmm. You wonder why your mama keep going to the refrigerator? Because they high. They eating up everything around there. They got the munchies all through the house. Your mama and them is high, okay? And they know they high. And they trying to come down, but your wife won't let them come down because she keep getting them high. It is, I have high hopes, but you got a weed wife. And listen,
what?
He got a weed wife. You need to do something with your weed wife. Y'all need to take a weed break sometime. Okay? So, for real, though, because your mama she just tore up. Your mama is walking around like Snoop Dogg right now. She just high. That's a D on double G.
Shout out to Snoop.
With the D on double G.
Yes.
Okay? All right? Take care. I understand what's going on. And I understand you want to respect your mom and them.
Yeah.
I really don't know nobody to get high with their mom. That's what your wife do. That's the craziest thing I ever heard. All right? And now you want to go outside. And I'm sure when y'all go outside, the weed come back in there.
Yeah.
You know, everybody high. I'm assuming y'all don't have no kids and you ain't doing this around your kids. I'm hoping that's not happening. All right? But I do have high hopes that y'all will finish this right here. But I think everywhere your mom and them going, your mama clothes and everything, her hair, all that, they smelling like weed.
They have kids. Yeah, they do have kids.
And they got children.
Yeah.
So now, and the children, guess what? High.
They high too.
Yeah.
They on their way to school. High.
Not a good look. Not a good look.
Yeah, talk to your wife. That's all I got. High hopes, baby. High hopes.
High hopes.
Oh, God.
All right. What is his wife again, Tommy?
weed white. I mean, you knew that 5 years ago. Don't nobody care nothing about how many bedrooms y'all got. All your bedrooms smell like weed.
Yeah, I feel badly for the parents. I really do in this situation, Jay. And which brings me to you, Jesus.
Okay, Shirley.
Help us all.
He's a connoisseur. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm a connoisseur, and I am going to answer this question.
Uh-huh.
And you know what? I'm going to be blunt. I'm going to be blunt. Because this letter right here is a smoker. It really is.
Yeah.
And what you have in the house is everybody's rolled up tight. You know what I mean? People need to loosen up. You're not going to have to put a shotgun on me to answer this question. I'm not going to just pass it on to somebody else. You know what I mean?
I think we're following you, Jay.
You're gonna twist it just the right
I'm
way.
going to
Huh?
twist it just right. In other words, I'm going to hit this for you, Shirley. You ain't got that to worry about.
I think it's legal what you're doing. I do. Yeah.
But the problem is this. You want people to come to your house. You want to open up so you can have people to come to your house.
Yeah.
What you don't want is for them to stay. When we come back, I'll tell you how you don't make it.
All right. Well, listen, we'll come back with part 2 of our response and to Jay's response to today's Strawberry Letter. It's my house, and I'll smoke if I want to. We'll be back at 23 after the hour.
Choke on that till we get back, Jay.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. Subject
It's a
is,
smoker.
it's my house, and I'll smoke if I want to. Man wrote in. He and his wife have been married for 5 years. They live in a 5-bedroom home. His parents recently moved to the city so they could be closer to their grandkids. And he and his wife have allowed their parents to stay with them. That's very, very nice. They're staying. The parents are staying with them temporarily until they move into their new home. All right. Everything's going great until the mother till the man's mom started having an issue with her daughter-in-law because she smokes weed in the house. Now, this is offensive to the man's mother-in-law, the house guest.
Right?
I'm sorry, to his mom, to his house guest, because his wife's attitude is that it's my house and I'll smoke wherever I want to and if I want to. So the mom is feeling uncomfortable now. As Tommy brought out, they probably are getting contacts in this house.
Oh, they've been high.
Yeah.
That much weed in the house, you will get a
right. And the son, at least the son is being respectful because that's the way he was raised, to respect his elders. He's going outside in the backyard or in the garage because he does smoke occasionally with his wife. His wife doesn't get it. His wife grew up smoking weed with her mom. So she doesn't see anything wrong with it. She doesn't see the disrespect. And quite frankly, she doesn't care because, again, she's saying it's her house.
It's my house.
Yeah,
right.
It's her house. So we're going to let you take it from here, Jay, and let us know
on
what
the
you
back
think.
end. On the back end of why. First of all, we need to look into why this lady is smoking weed in front of the mom. We need to delve into that. We need to answer that question. We need to be blunt with that.
Be blunt.
And the reason she's doing it is because she can't stand this lady.
Yes.
And when you high, don't nothing bother you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So she's
wants them out
getting
of the
high just to stay mellow, so she won't cuss her out, so she won't get in a fist fight. None of that. Long as I'm high, whatever the lady do in this house, I can live with it. But and she says to herself, I'll be damned if I'm gonna walk outside in the rain and smoke a joint when I want to have a joint. This is my house.
Yeah, don't nobody want no wet
I'm
weed.
with her.
She says it's
Weed.
to herself. she's
Weed.
saying,
I'm with her on that. You got to walk all the way outside to have some enjoyment?
Well, wait a minute, Jay. You're a person that doesn't like company, period.
Well, ain't nobody at your house.
Yeah. So
No.
you don't like company. So
Nobody.
even if they're there for 5 minutes, you want them out.
I want them out.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. First of all, Shirley, 5 minutes is way too long, okay?
But I'm in agreement with you.
What you got to be doing over here for 5 minutes, really?
She does
If
want
you
them
dropping
gone.
something off, it don't take you that long, okay?
This wife is the female you. She's
Yeah,
you.
definitely.
Yeah, she's
I
you.
understand her
That's
pain.
Jay.
I understand her
Everything
pain.
about her is Jay.
She's the female Jay. But you know what? She's looking at it like this. Why should I have to make myself uncomfortable for you to be comfortable.
But
That's
Jay,
what she's saying. Why should I have to walk way outside to enjoy smoking what I like to smoke? When you want to sit back in your own house and listen to some music, you can't do that outside.
But Jay, you don't see this as disrespect. You do not see this as disrespect. We got that it's her house. But if it makes your house guests uncomfortable and they're there for a minute, she wants them out, basically. That's what it is.
Sometimes, in order to get a house guest to leave, a little uncomfort will make them leave.
So she's trying to smoke them out.
Absolutely she is. Yeah, she wants them out.
Jay.
But Jay,
she really wants them out.
But we were all raised to respect our elders. We really were, and that's what we try to teach our kids. We do.
Well, she's probably saying this, excuse me, but I'm finna light up. I'm pretty sure she's saying that.
So she's being polite.
Yeah, she's being polite.
That's called
Pardon
manners.
me, I'm about to roll one, okay?
I know. That's called manners.
No disrespect. I'm finna fire one up in here, okay?
You finna roll your hair? I'm finna roll it.
Disrespectful. That is not. She's her elder.
Would be not saying anything.
But she's disrespecting her husband, who has asked her not to do it as well.
Look, if he want to go outside and smoke, that's
he
him.
does.
I'm not going out there. You can't. Have you ever tried to enjoy weed out in the cold? It's not fun.
Oh, cold weed ain't good, Jay.
Cold weed ain't good.
I cannot with you.
You got the elements, it's raining and dogs is barking. That's not comfortable.
Well, go in the garage. Sometimes he
I ain't
goes.
going to I'm where I'm going to be. How about we do this?
What?
Here's what we do.
What?
When I smoke, you go outside. How about that?
Jay, his mother's older. Come on.
Next thing you know, she's going to be clamping down on everything. Y'all can't make noise when you make love upstairs. If you don't stop it here,
Quiet loving.
if you don't nip this in the bud.
Right.
Nagging, huh?
What were you going to say, Carla?
I was just saying that she just gonna put on her Snoop Dogg and tell everybody to deal with it.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I get that it's her house. I understand that. And how many times have we
So
heard?
you think it's disrespectful, Shirley? Is that what you saying?
I really do think it's disrespectful because her husband's asked her. They've invited
When she hears 1, 2, 3
Three
into
into
the
the
phone, it's time.
It's on the top, it ain't.
Time to roll somewhere.
Wow, nothing but a G thing, baby.
It's time to find you a little corner with a window open, lady, because it's about to be on up.
Wow. I mean, well, he and his wife were raised very differently because, I mean, were you allowed? I know you're going to tell me no, Jay. You could,
What, allowed to smoke in the house?
Yes.
No, I didn't smoke it. I never even cursed in front of my
Absolutely not. Why? Because that's how you were
she
raised.
means now, though.
mom. Now, if my mom was here right now, yeah, I'd probably light up. Yeah.
I don't believe it, Jay. I don't believe it. All right, we got to get out of here. I know. Now he's just out now lying. Okay, listen, guys. Email us or Instagram us your thoughts on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM. Coming up in about 10 minutes, we'll tell you about rapper 21 Savage. He's doing big things for young people. I love this story. We'll also do some Ask Jay today. We'll give you a question when we come back.
We've heard enough already.
Yeah.
I know. You heard it.
All right, we're coming back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
According to Double XL, 21 Savage is planning on giving 150 jobs, get this, guys, to at-risk youth. He's hoping to reach his goal by June. The jobs will reportedly consist of working on concessions at sports events and concerts across the United States. I love this. Candidates,
is so big.
Yeah, this is huge. Candidates will receive training and experience, plus assistance in finding career opportunities for the future. 21 Savage previously issued a statement on the launch of the bank account campaign. Savage wrote on social media, while my number one song was called Bank Account, growing up, I knew almost nothing about bank accounts. As I've gotten smarter about financial management, I realize how empowering it is to control your money rather than be controlled by it. I want to help kids with a background similar to mine to get smart about their money. I freaking love this. I love this.
That is great.
Because, I mean, in all honesty, we weren't taught about money growing up.
Man, they don't teach you this in school. They don't teach kids who come out of school how to balance a checkbook. I mean, once you graduate, it just hits you all at once. Yes, you got to pay bills.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
You got to make money. You got to manage that money.
I like saving. You got to learn how to save.
Yeah,
you're
right.
a good
All
saver.
of that.
And live below your means.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to learn how to save, man. You got to. I learned the hard way. I went on tour in a stage play back in the day and had blown all my money when I got home for the summer. And I had to work the whole summer because I'd blown all the money. From that day on, I let boy, when I make some money, 90% of it.
Yeah, you have
90% of it going in the bank.
Yeah, you're a really
I
good
just save
saver.
it before I even
That's
look
good.
at it. That way, you know it's in the bank
Yeah.
and live out the other part, right?
I think you're right. I learned that lesson too. Don't spend money that you don't have.
No.
Do not spend money if you're promised it, and so you go out. Okay, I'm going to get this money so I can spend this. No, because then something will come up and you won't get that
Right.
money, and then you're out of money. So yeah, you got to stop that. Don't spend money that you don't have.
But that's what they don't teach kids in
But they
school.
don't teach
They just
them, yeah.
don't teach them that, right?
Only thing we learned was, hey, money doesn't grow on trees. It does not
Yeah,
grow
we
on
learned.
trees.
Savage.
I love this. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
doing
They're
big
doing
things.
big things. That's
yeah,
good.
you know, especially
That's
after
a
the
good
trouble
move.
that
That
he
is
was
really a
in
good
and
move.
everything, for him to still have a positive attitude and want to give
help
back
people.
and help these youths. Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. To get smart about their money, too. Wow. All right, well, we're going to switch gears here. It's time now for Ask Jay.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna-
Lord.
Uh-oh.
Father God, help me.
All right, Jay, we're going to start it off this way. What clues do you give to a house guest when it's time to leave? I think that was sparked by the strawberry letter we had earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In other
Oh,
words,
and I
like
got a
little
question
hints.
that goes into that though. Can I ask you
Yeah,
this
go
too,
ahead.
Jay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, listen to this. So I got a text from one of my girlfriends, and so she said that her son had a play date, right?
Right.
And it went way too long because the mom just wouldn't leave. So after 4 hours, she kept trying to hint to the other mom, okay, time to wrap this up. And then she stayed. The other mom just stayed there the whole time. Like, what kind of hints can you give to somebody like that in that
that's easy.
situation?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, that's easy. Tommy, you got it? You got it?
Just start getting naked.
I love it. That's exactly where I was going.
Wait,
That
I
was-
didn't
Tommy,
expect that
I'm
answer.
telling you, it's a reason I'm on Team Tommy. We think alike, man.
That's not good, Jay. That's not a good
That is
thing.
Real good. It's
But
real
here's
good.
how you do it.
You gonna- I bet
you don't
that-
get completely naked right away.
Yeah.
You walk down first without your shirt on.
Yes, just dropping hints.
Yeah, just
Okay.
Dropping
And then
hints.
what? And then what?
Okay.
then you come back. You got your pants open. They're not off. They're just open, right?
Oh.
Scratching. Scratching really gets rid of people. y'all about ready to wrap this up? Yeah.
So you say that though. Y'all ready to
You
wrap
gotta
this
say
up?
that. And what
Okay.
else, Tommy? What else?
Man, I would, if you really want to get rid of somebody, put some paper in the living room floor. Newspaper. Just spread that out.
Yeah.
And just let them know that's, you know, I'm this week I'm not using the bathroom in the bathroom. This week I'm not using it in there. I'm more open with it this week.
I got another
So
one.
I got my this my paper.
That could very well be the most ignorant thing you've
But I
ever said.
bet you get out my
I'm
house.
so freaking out
I
of there.
like it. You want to wait till they're sitting down in the living room. They're watching television.
Okay.
And you want to get all up in your feet. I mean, all up in there.
that jam.
Like
you-
Kevin Hart and Think Like a Man.
You want that jam? You want that jam to hit them?
Oh, jam.
Oh, jam.
That's so nasty.
They'll just gross them out of the house. Yeah.
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 Okay, well, I hope she's listening.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
That ought to do it, though. Huh?
Bye.
I think so.
I bet you the little
but
boy
you gotta
ready to go.
say, you got to say this. You got to be polite. You got to say, am I bothering you? You got to say that. You can tell me because if you
when
don't,
you
you're not
dig it in
being
them
polite.
Because you're throwing them off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Am I bothering
A
you?
little reverse
okay.
psychology there. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. All right. Here's a question. One of my girlfriends asked me this just the other day. She wants to know where the best place is. And tell me, I guess you can jump in on this one too. Where is the best place to meet guys? She's not one to go on like Tinder and stuff like that. She doesn't do that. She just wants to know where is the best place to meet guys if you don't do the social media.
If you're ready to love,
Yeah.
you got that one. You
Yeah.
can do it. Go ahead. Go
Well,
ahead.
produce section.
Yes.
Right there.
Heard that. At the grocery store.
Produce section.
Oh,
grocery
I was
store.
like produce. Oh, the grocery store.
See, you don't. That's why. See,
God, I haven't been
People
there.
that don't cook.
we so glad you married. We
Watch
so
how
glad you
he's
made it through.
squeezing the melons. Watch him.
Yeah.
Would have never.
But I probably, you know,
met
a lot of
anyone.
people say it. You can meet a woman at the grocery store.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You can meet a man at the grocery store. Right there, produce section. Baby.
Okay.
Get you a man.
Produce.
Yeah.
Okay, they did ask me that. Okay. Produce
Okay.
section. And they cook. All my girlfriends cook. Or they wouldn't be my friends. All right, coming up. Coming up next, we're going to get serious here. This is a crazy, crazy story right here. Florida officer using stand your ground defense in a trial for killing a black motorist is found guilty. We'll talk about that right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so a jury isn't buying a former Florida police officer's stand your ground defense in his trial for killing a black motorist while on duty. Officer Numan Raja has been found guilty of manslaughter and attempted murder in the fatal shooting of a stranded black motorist. The case stems from year 2015, when African-American Corey Jones got out of his broken-down SUV when he was confronted by Raja, a police officer in an unmarked car who was dressed in plain clothes. Now, while Raja claimed that he identified himself as a police officer and that Jones pulled his weapon first, prosecutors say that was a lie. They say that Jones, who had a concealed weapons permit, pulled his handgun because he feared he was being robbed. Raja then shot him repeatedly. Okay, so here's the thing. Had it not been for the fact that Corey Jones had called for roadside assistance, Raja may have gotten away with this. All right, here's why, Jay. His exchange with Corey Jones can be heard, and nowhere does he identify himself.
Himself
as a police officer.
Right.
No. Raja will be sentenced April 26th. He faces a mandatory sentence of at least 25 years to life in prison.
That's great. That's great.
That's a start. Let's start. There we go.
Some of the members of the family personally, and
Oh,
not
do
only
you?
that, this trial went on for 3 years, and as he was being charged, he was allowed to be out of jail and just go on about his life.
Wow.
Yeah, he was out free, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, this is victory, some part of justice for the family.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With the
they were
guilty
told
verdict.
that when their verdict came in that they couldn't, yell and, disrupt the court as the verdict came in as guilty. So when they got outside, and then a lot of people who are connected with the family, they're going to get involved in victims' rights because this has happened all over the country, man. All over.
Yeah.
So sad.
Yeah, the Florida Stand Your Ground statute allows anyone with a legitimate fear of imminent danger to use lethal
They
force.
need to change that law.
Yeah.
They
That's
really do.
the problem. It's the law.
Yeah.
Anyone.
And then you
with
lie
legitimate-
about saying you said you were a police officer. You didn't even say that, right?
Right, and like he would have gotten away with it, had he not had Corey Jones not called for roadside assistance. That's
because they were recording. They heard it. They heard
Yeah.
the shots being fired.
Yeah. Another life gone for no reason. No reason. Wow.
Goodness.
Yeah. So how's the family holding up, Jay?
Everybody's kind of holding up pretty good. They're still waiting on sentencing, and that's the big thing, because after you are found guilty, you got a lot of these judges that'll sometimes throw things out. Look at Manafort as a perfect example, and then, there's black time and then there's white time. It just happens all the time.
Yeah.
So you're saying that even with the prosecution just going to the Manafort case, what Mueller represented the time that he should serve, the judge
doesn't
reduced
have
that
to
to
do
like
the
4
mandatory
years.
time. He doesn't have to, yeah.
Okay. And it seems like sometimes with these kind of cases, the judge sometimes sides.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
It goes by the color of your skin a lot. It really does.
Unfortunately, Jay.
Right.
Yeah. That's
well,
the
you know,
sad
talking
thing.
about this case, I'm so glad to hear the guilty verdict compared to last week when we were talking about Stephon Clark in Sacramento, where the officers were not indicted and not charged.
Right, in so many cases, that's the case.
Oh,
they are not
of
charged.
cases.
They get
You're right,
off.
Shirley.
The cops.
Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of that, in case you didn't hear, there's more trouble for R. Kelly. You know, he got out of jail on Saturday in Chicago. And an unknown person or an anonymous person paid $161,000 to secure his release. So he's out of jail now. He paid the child support money and everything.
Good ass friends.
Yeah, but he does. And this time they wanted to remain anonymous. We don't know if it's the same woman who paid the $100,000.
It was 100 the first time.
Yeah.
Now it's 160.
And he had to pay all of this money, $161,000.
Because the phone call would go like this: "Hey, I'm in jail. I need 160 to get out, not dollars. 160,000.
We'll call you
Hello?
back.
Yeah.
Hello?
Right.
We are.
Right.
All right, but there's even more trouble for Kelly, for R. Kelly. On yesterday, you all know who Gloria Allred is, right?
Yes.
Well, she gave authorities a video that allegedly shows R. Kelly, quote, sexually abusing children. This is brand new. This just happened yesterday.
New tape.
Yeah. Gloria Allred claims this is not the same video that led to the indictment of Kelly for allegedly abusing 4 minors between the years of 1998 and 2010. Now, according to Allred, her client Gary Davis discovered the video in a box of old VHS tapes, and he was horrified by what was on the tape. Kelly's attorney, Steve Greenberg, quote, denies that Kelly is on any tape with underage girls. But, I mean, these tapes and everything, these allegations just keep mounting up for R. Kelly. This is crazy.
It's not looking
Another
good.
tape, yeah. Yeah, this is really.
And they said there are more tapes out there.
And there are more tapes? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because they asked victims to come forward.
But you know what trips me out is the commitment in these interviews, the commitment of how you really saying you telling the truth, and none of this ever happened. Now, all these women lying on you.
Yeah.
You are just committed to what you're saying.
So that
he
is
believes he didn't do anything.
There's
Yeah,
a sickness there. Yeah.
There is a sickness. You're
Yeah.
right. But can we just send a shout out to Keenan and Leslie Jones from Saturday Night Live?
Oh my goodness.
Boy,
that was
I saw
hilarious,
it.
man.
Did you see the opening skit?
Oh,
Keenan Thompson is so good now.
He's talented.
He's really, really good. We have
Very
to give him his
talented.
props because,
Yeah.
he did the doggone thing. He was
Is
R.
he-
Kelly.
No, I'm not being funny. Is he losing weight? Because he looks.
Yeah.
He does look thinner.
He
He
keep
does.
dropping.
He lost a
keep
lot of
dropping.
weight.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he looks thinner on The Masked Singer. He
Yeah.
was on that
I was
show.
just going to
Yeah.
say that. Oh, because he
He
and
looks
Nick
thin-
Cannon are best friends.
Good.
Yeah.
That's a good
Yeah,
show,
he
too.
was
Oh, I
amazing.
love The
That's a
Masked
good
Singer.
show.
I love The Masked Singer. But yeah, they did their thing on Saturday Night Live, the opening.
And the reason why I brought it up was because how ridiculous R. Kelly, in his
Sounded,
interview with
right?
Gail.
Absurd.
And then when you see it on Saturday Night Live, it's like, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, are you
you
insane? Like, he's
crazy?
sick. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sickness. I do believe
Right.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. But anyway, I don't know how he's gonna get out of this one. He got out of the
I
other
don't
ones
think he is,
before.
Shirley.
He gonna fly.
Yeah.
I told y'all last week he gonna fly.
That's the funny.
no.
If he can
It's
fly,
one
he
thing
can
to,
You better fly.
but it's one thing to talk about it in an interview. It's another thing when you in that courtroom and they got evidence. That's
Yeah.
a whole different ball game right there.
Carla, when they
Yeah.
run that tape,
No, when they have the evidence that they have.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Right.
it's
Tommy,
mounting.
exactly.
All right, coming up, more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
A woman was hospitalized this weekend when she entered a restricted area in an Arizona zoo. And this is sad. She was attacked by a jaguar. Guess why she entered the restricted area in the zoo in the first place? She was trying to get close so she could take a selfie.
well, she got close. She got pretty damn close.
What? She was at the Wildlife World Zoo Aquarium
She
and
went on
Safari
the other
Park.
side of the fence?
Yeah, in Arizona. The Jaguar reached out and clawed her arm.
Ooh.
Yeah, but it caused non-threatening life injuries, but zoo officials say the Jaguar did nothing wrong.
No, he ain't done nothing wrong.
Yeah, he was in his
He
habitat.
a Jaguar.
Yeah, nothing's going to happen to the Jaguar.
Yeah. What color was this Jaguar?
Black.
Oh, see what's gonna happen. I see it now.
Oh.
Black
Black
with
on white
spots. What do
crime.
you
I
mean
see it.
black,
I see what's
Tommy?
happening.
All Jaguars black, ain't they?
No, not all.
That's a
of them.
panther.
That's a panther.
What I'm thinking about?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. I got this black cat in my
Yeah.
head right now. I'm sorry.
Spotted. Jags are spotted.
Okay.
Jaguars are spotted. This is a special one. So he's not even with the rest of the Jaguar. He's just sitting up there minding his own business, right?
In the zoo, okay,
In
where
the
they
zoo.
feed him and take care of him.
Mm-hmm.
And here she comes trying to take a selfie.
I can't believe this lady's coming up here. Oh my God, she's getting closer.
No, she ain't bringing her ass over
To get a selfie.
Wait a minute. I know she ain't trying to take a picture.
No cameras, please.
With
no
me
cameras.
in the background? Oh, no. I'm finna put my hands on her.
Yeah, lay hands on her.
Thank God there were no life-threatening injuries. She is in the hospital. She was hospitalized this weekend, but come on now.
It's one of them things where you go to the hospital, they keep asking you what you're in for so they can laugh at you.
You should have went to the Jaguar dealership and took a picture by the car.
Took a selfie.
You know what I'm saying? If you just got to have this picture.
And it's pronounced Jaguar.
Yeah,
Jaguar.
Jaguar. Jaguar. That's right. Wow.
That's funny.
I cannot see this. I cannot.
Just when you're amazed by how stupid people are, then you hear something like
Yes.
this.
It's like that lady a long time ago. Remember years ago that lady had that pet chimpanzee?
The monkey,
Yeah,
yes.
she had that pet and he tore her face
Ripped her
off.
friend's face
Yeah.
off.
Mauled.
You can't, come on. Just have some common sense. And the other couple in New York, didn't they have a tiger in their apartment or something?
Oh yeah, in New York, upstairs,
Yeah,
like
in
the
New York.
11th.
But
Yeah.
but it was
in a high rise.
But it was a
Yeah.
retirement home across the street from that
Uh-huh.
apartment, and those the elderly people in the
Elderly.
retirement home kept saying, "We
We
see
see
it,"
a tiger.
and they
Yeah.
they was not believing
They
them.
thought that they were
And they-
old
and
and
they
they
weren't
had
smoking
dementia or
anything.
something.
No,
yeah.
they ain't smoking nothing.
Yeah.
This is real.
Yeah.
We see a tiger.
This is craziness. You can't do this. These are not domesticated
Yeah,
animals.
some people go too far with these animals.
They
Yeah, they
locked
do.
up
really
in a
do.
zoo for a reason.
For a reason, yeah.
Yeah.
Not for you to get your selfie, baby girl.
Oh my goodness.
No.
Oh, goodness.
And she still didn't get a good picture because she dropped that damn camera. You know?
Look,
After she got scratched in the face.
she got a picture of the concrete. That's it.
I don't know what a jaguar sounds like, but I'm assuming it sounds something like
Do it
that.
again,
You just
Shirley.
wanted to make a noise.
Love to cry. See
You
that?
nailed it. You
What
nailed
is
it. You
wrong
nailed
with
it.
her?
She did not nail it.
You
boo.
get that? Ain't no Jaguar.
You guys hate so much of my animal sounds. Anyway, all right.
Weird news,
Yeah,
right?
that's so
Yeah,
strange.
love
It's
it.
too strange. Yeah, it is. All right, we'll be back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, in entertainment news, J-Lo and A-Rod are engaged.
Made in Manhattan,
This
baby.
makes
Go
me
ahead.
so happy
Yeah,
because
man.
they're so happy.
They are.
They've dated a little more than 2 years now. They announced it on Instagram with simultaneous posts Saturday night. They each shared a picture of A-Rod holding her hand while showing off, I mean, the size
How
of
big
this
is it?
rock.
Let me pull it
I
up.
think it's
So
like
nice.
15 carats.
Yeah,
15.
it's
Yes,
huge. It's
it's
beautiful.
Ain't
It's
love
huge.
grand.
Yeah, and yes. Oh, excuse me, Jay.
I said ain't love grand.
Yeah,
when
it
it's
is.
somebody else.
Bitter
But
man.
yeah, happy for them though. They seem so equally matched, and I
They
I
do.
love them.
Yes.
Jennifer captioned hers with heart emojis.
Wow.
Alex captioned his.
Wow.
I'm looking
She
at this
said
ring.
Yes, yeah,
It's beautiful.
yeah.
15
Isn't
carats,
that
I
ring
think.
beautiful?
What that cost? That's
Oh,
that
$1 million. It
A-Rod
was $1
money.
million
It was
dollar
$1 million?
ring. It was $1 million.
Oh, yeah, you're going to love me.
Yeah.
You're going to love me. And I mean that.
Yeah, were a ring like this? You're right.
Yeah, and
I would.
I'm telling you, you're right, Tommy. I'm with you on that.
But they do seem like they support each other, like you said, Shirley. He's always there for her.
He's her biggest
Yes,
fan.
yes.
Yeah, she's there for them. They have a blended family.
Yeah, and they look
it seems a
so
good
happy.
thing.
They look
do.
genuinely happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And, you know, hey, they say you have to kiss a lot of frogs to find your prince. So there you go.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Moving on.
We'd be happy for them.
Be happy for him, Jay.
Bitter man.
I can't do it. I'm trying.
Hater.
Jay, do you know if this happened to you, do you know how happy we would be for you?
Did your mic go out?
No, it did not. You heard what I said.
Is she there? Is Shirley mic go out?
Hello, Shirley. All right, in other entertainment news, whatever, Jay. Jussie Smollett has been indicted. He was indicted this past Friday by a grand jury, 16 felony counts of filing a false police report after reportedly faking a hate crime in January. This is crazy right here. The indictment means that the Chicago police presented enough evidence to the grand jury to send Jussie Smollett to trial for the 16 charges. Jussie will be arraigned this Friday, March 14th, to formally hear his charges and to enter his plea of guilty or not guilty. Wow.
They overcharged him, though, Shirley. They overcharged
for
him.
those 16 counts. You think they're...
Yeah, that way he'll plead out, and then it's just it's a big mess. Yeah. Is he still on the show, y'all?
Well, I don't think they formally fired him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they wrote his character out for the last remaining episodes of the season.
That's
I
off
believe.
the show.
Yeah. Well, he's still on the show, but for this season, he's still on.
It's such a dumb thing to do. I mean,
no, for this season, I don't think he's on. I think he's still on the show. I think they wrote him off for the remaining.
For the remaining 2 episodes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But, we haven't heard anything about him being fired officially off of Empire.
The show, finally.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. He's still Jamal Lyons right now.
Oh, he's lying, all right.
Yeah. And this is really sad news, guys. This is really, really sad news. George Foreman, his daughter, Frida, who followed in her dad's footsteps, if you recall, and became a professional boxer in her own right. She passed away. Her body was found in her home near Houston by a family member. Cops are awaiting a report from the coroner's office on the cause of death. Yeah, she was 42. And our thoughts and prayers are with George Foreman and his family. All right, we'll be back with the last break of the day. We'll come back and close everything out at 49 after the hour, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, here we are with the last break of the day. Usually, Steve, of course, does his closing remarks. Well, guess what? He's going to do them again today. Everybody texted us. They emailed us. They
on social media.
On social media, they
this one right here.
DM'd us. They love Steve's closing remarks. So this one in particular, in the words of nephew Tommy.
They hit me on my pager with this one.
They hit you on your hip, Jay. Can you imagine? Young kids have no idea what we're talking about.
They have no idea how we communicated with each other. Right?
All right, listen, this one's for you guys. This is Steve, a special repeat of his closing remarks right now.
So my closing remarks today is I try to spur people on to whatever greatness is for you. I want everybody to experience whatever greatness is for you. I don't expect yours to be the same as mine. Mine ain't going to be the same as yours. His ain't going to be the same as hers, so forth and so on. But let me tell you one thing that you have to do. You have to start with action. Action is the beginning of success. See, action. You've got to do something. See, here's the deal. You don't have to know how to finish something. You do have to know how to start, though. See, if you don't know how you gonna make it from New York to L.A., the one way not to make it from New York to L.A. is to never strike out. But one thing for sure, if you start the action of making it from New York to L.A., you now have a chance. You have got to take action, and I mean immediately. Stop procrastinating, y'all. Stop waiting till everything looks right, feels right, till it gets right, till this result come in, this bit of research come in. You can't research success. You have to start. Success begins with an action. It requires you to make a move. Please, man, in 2019, stop procrastinating. Stop putting stuff off to tomorrow. Well, as soon as I get this, You know what? You can start getting rid of those unwanted pounds today. You can start with a simple decision. You know what you could do? If let's say you want to lose some pounds. You can say, you know what? I'm going to replace some of the food on my plate with some vegetables. I ain't saying you got to quit eating meat, but just hold on, man. Instead of all that pasta and all that bread and all that rice, just put some vegetables on your plate. You can start somewhere, man. Replace something with a vegetable if you just start. If your goal is to make more money this year, you got to take action. See, you may not be able to go out and make $1 million right away, but what can you do to go make $10? Do something, produce action. See, if you produce action, it spurs you to the next point of action because you start creating a habit within yourself. Man, I'm going to do something towards my goal today. I may not get to my goal, but I'm going to do something that moves me closer to the goal. Inch by inch, anything's a cinch. You can do it by breaking everything down into increments. Break it down into increments where you can handle it. So what, you can't run 5 miles today? Can you walk around the block? Then maybe tomorrow walk around the block and go back the other way halfway, then walk back home. How about that? But you've got to take action, man. You have to stop procrastinating if you want your life to move forward. I've said this how many times on this show. If you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. If you want a different result this year, you got to perform differently. And the difference starts in your mind. You have total control of your mind. Your mind belongs to nobody else. I hate to break that to you. The Bible is true when it says that a man is as he thinketh. So you know what that means? Excuse my grammar. But that means because of how you think, that's how you is. Period. I'm sorry. That's the way it is. If a man is as he thinketh, then how you think is how you is. You don't see that? That's improper grammar, but that's plain Jane for me. You can't get no simpler than that. I like my message to be simple. I'm talking to everybody. I ain't trying to be over your head or show you how intelligent I am. I'm trying to get you to where you're trying to get to in your life. And it starts with how you think. You can do it, man. It's people in your life, man, that you don't even have to talk when you're around them. You could just sit and be still and y'all just cool like that. People who are very supportive of you. People who are willing to pray for you. People who always try to be uplifting. People who, when they got news for you, they try to make it of the positive nature. A person who comes to your aid and your rescue. A person that picks up the phone just to see how you doing, and you bet not mention that something's wrong, because here they come. Everybody got that ride or die. That I don't care what you tell them. They don't pass judgment, they just your friends. Well, when you have that person, and I'm gonna be real honest with you, it ain't a whole lot of them. I want you to put a check by their name. But you got to take action. Stop procrastinating. Do something today to move yourself towards your goal. If you make one step, he'll make two. You've heard old people say it a million times. That's a true statement. All right? Y'all have a great week.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.